been a minute since I had a cup of tea on the brew.
Do you know what? That's a very good point, that. Where's our mate?
Young Anthony.
Anthony? You all right, bro? Have you got a minute? We'll do this on camera, it's fine.
Anthony's a lovely lad, but he needs to get on the weights.
I don't know. I was
in that
build.
win the other day, I was worried about him.
I was the similar build as Anthony when I was his age.
Really?
You're not taking any drugs, are you? No.
Anthony, come here.
Anthony.
We need brews.
Can you do a brew, please?
Just do him a brew, because I'm on a Red Bull. But about
Coffee too, please.
About 38 minutes in, though, I'll have a tea too. With red milk in.
Lots of milk for him.
Two. That's why I said
coffee two.
Pay attention.
He's doing well now. He's been on a course.
What course? Driver speed awareness?
Something like that. Brew awareness.
Brew awareness.
Yeah, we sent him on one of them. Fergie's got another statue now.
You just showed me 30 seconds ago. We were just discussing as Cam put us live there.
Yeah.
Penultimate shift for Cam as well.
Yeah, can we just say as well?
Can we tell them where you're going?
No, we can't. No, we can't.
Can we not?
I don't think we can. I think that I think we wait. We wait until he's in the door and then we'll announce it. We'll do our own comunicado official. Yeah. Do you know what though, right?
You can probably guess.
Yeah. Let's just say he's dead to us.
Let's just say he's not allowed to be our mate anymore.
Unless he gives us loads of heads ups.
Do you know what? That's definitely in his contract.
Come on. Yeah, do you know what? We're gonna miss producer Cam. He's a good lad, and
I'll give him his props on camera. He's good at his job.
He's very good at his job.
He's annoying.
He is annoying. He's the only man who's ever made me go home in a huff. Stormed home once in a huff because he called me a prick. But other than that, even though he did that, I love him. He's a good lad, and I'm gonna miss him. There you go. So you can clip that up, Cam, and use that in your next.
You might be my
in your next one-to-one. You have your next boss who's telling you off.
You might have been my first full-time employee as well. You know. Yeah, he might have been my first.
Sorry? There's a big jar of it in the cupboard underneath. Cupboard opposite your head.
I think he was my first full-time employee.
He is. He's a good lad. He's very.
No, when I started employing people,
creative.
I think he was my first one.
Was it? 3 years.
Just after
so
the World Cup.
you two survived 3 years. I remember the
How
first.
amazing is that?
I remember the first time I saw you two talking to each other, and you both stood about half a metre away from each other, about half a yard, literally shouting at each other. And you kept saying to him, "If you let me finish, I'll explain to you." And then you
so for everyone behind the camera going, "Fucking hell!"
Yeah,
Steve can't get a word in edgeways with someone.
That's what it was like.
My God.
Honestly, you've not lived until you work with Cam Waters. It's an.
But anyway, so what we surmised is we were talking about Sir Alex Ferguson getting a statue. He's not getting a statue, by the way.
Who?
Him.
Cam.
No.
We'll give him one out of paper mache.
Fergie has just got another statue at Aberdeen.
Rightly so.
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
And he's the last manager that didn't manage Rangers or Celtic to win the fucking league in Scotland.
That is...
Jay, it was in black and white, mate.
He was doing it, right?
His first United photo is in black and white.
Were you even born when he did one? When he did the last one?
When he won though. Last time he won it.
Last time he won it, right, was in 1985, I want to say. 84, 85.
Yeah, he won 84 and 85.
Yeah.
I was born, Jay, but I was still in a nappy.
So you were 20.
I'm 24.
Right, I've got one for you. Fergie's got 2 statues now then, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's got one at Old Trafford, so I'm led to believe. He's got one at Pittodrie. Name me other managers who've got 2 statues at different grounds. Get involved in the comments as well. This isn't just me and him waffle.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
It is, but you can join him.
I want to say...
One of them's your favourite. And you do it.
Has he got one at Derby and Forest?
I'm pretty sure he has. I'm going to check these, by the way.
I want to say Shankly.
Oh, you might have done me there. I didn't know about that one.
Or has Jock Stein got 2 as well? Jock Stein could have 2, didn't he win with Celtic and Rangers? They love a statue. Did he not?
No, God, no. He's
sorry, not Celtic and Liverpool.
No, it
was another fascist group I was thinking of.
There's one. I tell you, there's one. I think. Do you know what? I think Clough's got 3. He's got a playing one at Middlesbrough.
Who?
Clough. He's got one for being a goal scorer at Middlesbrough.
I mean, goal scorer extraordinaire, I think is the word you're looking for.
Sorry, goal scorer extraordinaire.
He bagged. Well, he bagged like fuck.
It was like a goal. It was a goal a game.
It's not a stadium, is it? It's in the city centre.
Right. He's got one at Derby. And he's...
Now then, young man.
Have you seen my statue? And he's got one at
I have. Which one have
Nottingham
you seen?
in the city centre.
Because I've got 3 statues.
I've got 3 statues.
2 European Cups and 3 statues.
And Leeds have got none.
Yes! Fucking right, Cloughie, lad.
That's a line in his book, and I love it. Do you know who else has got 2 statues?
Dennis Law.
Good lad. Never let me down. Also, non-United one. Managed. I'll give you a clue, right?
Has Bobby Moore got 2?
Oh. Yeah.
He's got one at Wembley. And he's got one outside a pub where West Ham used to be, I think.
Has he really?
I think so, yeah. Near Upton Park.
That makes sense. He's got to have. Bobby Moore's got to have a statue. Something to do with West Ham, hasn't he? You know what? I saw my missus when I went to
Name me
Wembley.
another United player with a statue.
Another United player with a statue, other than ones at Old Trafford, I presume. That's just off the grid. Oh, Duncan Edwards has got one in Dudley, I think.
There's one.
And Cristiano Ronaldo's got several of varying degrees
quality.
of likeness. Yeah, some of them like a chewed piece of toffee. Other ones look like him. I'm missing someone out. Oh, has Bestie got one? Oh no, Bestie's got an airport named after him, hasn't he?
Of all the things to name after George Best, an airport.
Thank you, my friend.
Would you name an airport after him?
No, I wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like
rename Belfast.
Yeah.
Let's put the troubles behind. Let's put the troubles behind us.
Yeah.
Right. And all the connotations that word has, and let's call it Best City.
Best City. I love that.
It's a positive.
I think it is. It's like, you know what? We're going to the best city. Oh, you think it's the best city? Oh, so you don't dislike it?
Not quite.
Actually, no, not really. It's literally the best city. No, I like that.
It's like 1978, but like with internet.
Right. That's right. So Ronnie, has Bobby Charlton got one anywhere where he grew up?
In Ashbourne. No, it's Ashington or Ashbourne.
Was Robbo not got one in Chesterle Street?
If he's not, then everyone in Chesterle Street can fuck off, because the only reason I know your fucking shit all over town exists is because of Robbo.
I'll tell you what, that was a lovely sentence.
It's like Hales Owen. Hales Owen. Yeah, Lee Sharp. It's the only reason I fucking know it exists. Where is it? No idea. Where Lee Sharp come from? It's down south, I think.
It's like Liverpool with Rooney.
Yeah.
I never
what
heard
else
of
came
that.
from
I
there?
never heard of that, sir.
Half-decent motorway.
Until Wayne Rooney started playing for us.
It's one of the top 2 motorways in Manchester,
Yeah.
I'd say.
And then he went, oh, Wayne Rooney. So we've got... am I missing someone? I feel like you've got one that I've not said. What about someone like... I feel like someone like Peter Schmeichel or someone have one in Denmark, or someone like... Do you know who deserves one? Who I think should have one?
Robbo.
Keane.
Cantona.
Do you know who I'd like to see have one? Let's see.
Mike Phelan.
Mike Phelan?
Yeah.
You're just on about his pass completion rate thing, aren't you, again?
Join the dots.
You're obsessed with his pass completion rate.
100% pass completion.
It might have been the greatest game of all time.
Against Johan Cruyff.
It might have been the
Johan
biggest
Cruyff
achievement
came
in
off the
Association
pitch
football.
and went, I might as well pack this in, man.
Might as well be selling.
I'm never going to have anyone as good as fucking Mike Phelan.
I mean,
that's where his obsession with tiki-taka began. Mike Phelan, 13 passes completed.
I reckon he looked at it and he went, you know why we haven't won this game? Because of him.
Yeah.
Mike Phelan there.
Him, that looks like he works in a chippy.
Yeah.
Has fucking battered us up and down this pitch today.
Nice. Yeah, exactly.
Him and Paul Ince.
Yeah. Those are the days.
I'll tell you what, the happiest man in the championship was Wayne Rooney when Paul Ince got appointed. He was like, what a fucking
Well, there you go.
topic
That's us safe then. Here's one for you.
It's like, give me 21
There's
points.
2, right? I think this is right. One of them, because it's arguably your favourite player ever. If I start mentioning the fact that Rivaldo won the Ballon d'Or in 1999...
Has Beckham got one in like LA or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think someone said that.
Well, James Corbyn, what's he called? Is it
Corden.
Corden.
Yeah.
He did a fake statue of him once, didn't he?
He did his annual funny thing, didn't he? Now and again he'll do something.
Funny?
Not once a year, he'll do something madly amusing.
Did he laugh outrageously and everyone else blew
all
a bit of air
it
out
did,
of the nose,
right?
like that?
All it did was show that David Beckham's a nice guy, because they gave him all these pranks, and the reason it didn't really work the way it was because he's not a knobhead. So he didn't kick off. He wasn't a diva. He was just being nice to the people. So when one kept calling him Dave, which is like calling you Steve, he was like, "It's David." It's like, "All right, Dave. So who did you play for? Manchester City." And he's like, no, United. He's like, all right, okay, yeah. Okay,
yeah, you
Dave.
can't ruffle Beckham,
yeah.
can you?
And then
He's
they showed
way
him the
too media
statue,
trained.
which was awful.
Listen, you prick.
Yeah. They'd done this fake statue. It
was the best player in the world and banging a Spice Girl. Fuck you.
Exactly, man. Come on. Do you know what I mean?
Which is one of the top 5 in the Spice Girls as well.
Posh.
Baby, obviously.
Baby.
Obviously.
I mean, I was never that keen on the Spice Girls. Do you know what I mean?
Just the spice.
Just the spice. Spice weren't even a thing when I was doing that. Probably for the best. Zlatan's got one.
Of course he has. Did he pay for it himself? Is it in his fucking living room? Or in his pool, by any chance? Or overlooking his pool?
It's in the centre circle of the local football team's pitch.
And in his pool.
Yeah.
Of course, Zlatan's got one.
Who else? There's got
the fact that Bobby Charlton's not got one, though. I mean, has he?
Right. Who deserves one next at United?
Bobby Charlton. And people go, he's got a stand. Cool, I want a statue.
He's got a statue with Pat.
Fergie's got both.
You can't have two Bobby Charltons.
No. He needs a statue on his own.
Right, okay.
The Trinity is the Trinity.
Right.
Otherwise, it'd be a spike.
I like that, though. The fact you've got 3 Ballon d'Or winners.
In one team.
Boom. Have a bit of that. And the fact that 2 of them came through the youth academy. That's how it's done. Do you know what I mean? It's just amazing, that. I just love all that. Right. Bobby Charlton deserves another one, right? Jimmy Murphy's getting one, which is right, because he should have had one when Busby's went up, to be honest with you.
Busby's such a great statue. I'm not keen on Fergie's statue. I don't think it looks like it.
No, I don't either. I was a bit disappointed when they unveiled it.
Busby's is class.
Do you know what?
Well? It's such a casual. He's holding a ball. He's like,
I love that.
It's mega, innit?
Reminds me of 2008 when after we won in Moscow, we all went down there and were beating balls around and singing Viva Ronaldo. It was sick. You know when they unveiled Fergie's statue? I was there covering it, and they put us under like some sort of tarpaulin. We had to wait, and I was waiting with all the other journalists. I just stood there, just minding my own business, and they're so bitter against Fergie. They just, as the Chinese, they just hated him. They just did, and they just hated the fact that they had to sort of, bow down to him basically, and if they didn't, they just get banned. And they hated the fact that he just kept winning.
I want to bring that back.
And it was just like, I love this. I was just sort of stood there smiling.
I'll work at United for free.
Yeah.
To be a press room Rottweiler.
Yeah. I think if you're going to ban someone, you've got to do it the right way. So you've got to do it in the middle of the press conference. Don't do it at the beginning. Like you've noticed them. That's a good Fergie trait. Hang on a minute. And do it out loud. Say it out loud to Karen Fergie. What's he doing here? Then ask them, what are you doing here? Yeah? Then make them get up, come to the front of the desk, pick up the recorder. Eyeballing them all the way, making little comments as they approach. Disgrace. You know why this is. Yeah. Say that. Go on. I'll see you again in. And then pick an arbitrary number.
Yeah. 44 days.
Yeah. Go on.
The 3rd full moon that falls on a Wednesday.
In autumn. That's when you're allowed back in.
He's sitting there going,
I love all that for you. And it's like,
that's what you need.
I never get tired of watching that clip where he just lays in at all the journalists.
Your job's to tell the truth.
Yeah. If you can't do that, go and do something else.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm a journalist. He's right. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and
if you're offended by that, well, you're a fucking liar then, aren't you?
Do you know what I love about him as well, Steve?
Was it the fact that he won loads of games?
Tell me how a press conference usually works. You just genuine. How does it work usually?
So United ones, they come out.
Yeah.
And right now, it's who's got the first question.
Yeah. That's right. I've done presses for
and it's
sport, for
Karen's
news.
Top 3 fucking super best friends get it.
Of course it is. Now, usually, since the beginning of time, that's how a press conference works. You come out, you ask questions to it. Under Sir Alex Ferguson comes out, he doesn't wait for questions. He tells you what he thinks he wants to tell you and what you need to know, and then he'll take some questions.
Maybe.
And what you've got to remember is, he's already told you what he wanted to say. So any other question now is almost irrelevant. Because he don't really want to talk about it. Otherwise, he would have done it already.
It might as well not be called a press conference. It might as well be a here's what Fergie had to say.
Yeah, here's what I've got to say about some injuries. Here's what I've got to say about the latest contract deal. Here's what I've got to say about...
That's what you come out and do, wouldn't it? It'd be injuries.
Yeah. Opponents. He'd talk about the opponents.
Yeah,
for a good team.
He generally is always... I mean, he's proper... I mean, he's literally the chairman of the board of the Managers Union, isn't he? So, like, he's literally always going to come out and go, they've got a great manager and some cracking players, and then whatever else he's got to say.
Yeah. That'd be it.
And then someone's going to go, are you signed in? Was it done?
Yeah.
No. Next.
Does that need anything else, though? Are you signing this player? No. There's nowhere else to go there, is there? You don't need Harry Redknapp style.
Well, I'm fucking not.
I'm just told.
All right. Do you want to sit here?
Do you know what? You've seen the one where he goes up to Bob Cass? You've seen where they're away pre-season and... Bob Cass ran a story that was signing Wesley Sneijder.
Is this in a hotel?
No, it's in the... it might be. It's like where all the players and everything are coming out. It's like on a sort of concourse sort of thing. It might be a hotel. I think it's like... It's weird. It seems like almost like a mix zone. Let me show you a picture of it. But he goes up to him. Oh yeah.
If Fergie knows your name, it's probably not good, is it?
Yeah.
Like the headmaster knowing your name at school. You only know the Rummans. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can't get it up. He's so he goes up to him and he just sort of steams straight over to him and says, "That fucking story you ran." And then Bob Cass tries to defend himself and he says, "You and your paper can fuck off."
Bring back telling people to fuck off.
I know, man. All this pandering to him. Come on. We've got a super chat. Peter Kelly. First of all, Michael sent a super chat. Thank you for that. Peter Kelly says, "Let me paint a picture. We shithouse our way to Champions League glory. Ralf goes upstairs to be assistant sporting director. Paul Mitchell comes in as recruiting director. Ten Hag comes in as manager and wins the lot." This Paul Mitchell geezer, what's he about him? Is he any good?
I've done several videos on him.
Is there anyone you haven't done a video on? Hey.
Well, lately, yeah, Mason Greenwood.
All right, okay. Good point.
Reasons,
Well made.
reasons.
Right, fair enough. I did ask.
You did. Yeah, I mean, Paul Mitchell was. I've done some stuff on various options for director of football, but Paul Mitchell was always one that I really sort of wanted us to look into. Local boy from Staley Bridge,
Yeah.
aka Staley Vegas.
Yes, good lad. I said that this morning on my news.
People who live in Las Vegas go in. Look at that load of casinos and that. Nope, it's got a snooker hall. And
Let's just say Staley Bridge is probably the least place like Las Vegas you could imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reflection.
Fucking Mecca's closer to Vegas than fucking
it is.
Staley Bridge is.
Right.
But anyway, so local lad from Staley Bridge, supposed United fan.
Is it?
Yep, very good at his job. Whether
Well, he
that's
won't
in
fit
sort of
in
like
now, Stretford, they won't like him.
in head of recruitment, sort of director of football, very much involved in the recruitment, spotting some decent players. Had a couple of clangers at Spurs, but left Spurs because he wasn't happy with how Levy was letting it run. So you don't know if there was like, other chefs in the mix there.
Yeah.
So, but uncovered a couple of decent ones, both at Saints.
Was
and
he involved in Son?
Yeah.
That was a bit of a snip. Was it 15 mil or something?
And he's world class.
Yeah.
But then also goes and carries on that trend at Leipzig, and then at the wider RB football group. Salzburg, Leipzig, known for just uncovering unbelievable talent.
Yeah.
And now he's at Monaco. Monaco have got a bit of a track record before him anyway, I would say, in terms of uncovering really good players. But in terms of like directors of football that are out there, top of the fucking list for me.
Yeah. Do you think that there's a room for him? There's room for him at United? Because I know we've got John Murtaugh. What's he doing?
Here's the thing, Reece. John Murtaugh was like involved in the academy.
Yeah.
And Darren Fletcher, this is his first job.
Yeah.
Essentially, play football. This is your first job.
Yeah,
So, like,
right.
someone with Paul Mitchell's experience, I think he started. He was at MK Dons, but he started somewhere before that, and I want to say like older shot,
have a little Google,
somewhat proper random.
Yeah.
And then obviously it goes from MK Dons to Southampton, Southampton to Spurs, Spurs to Leipzig, Leipzig to the wider football group, and then to Monaco. If you're talking about experience, what does it say?
So I think
non-playing career. So scroll up a bit.
Sorry.
Recruitment career.
There MK Dons. Sorry, MK Dons. Then Southampton.
Yeah. Okay.
And so now you've got it all there. Then Spurs, like you said, and then the Leipzig group. So nice career trajectory.
That's it. Now that's someone that's ready to then, I don't know, maybe he's at the time in his life now where he's like, yeah, I'd like to live in England again. Or maybe I'd like to move back to Staley Bridge. Because Monaco's are not all that.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. I mean, it does seem like a sensible decision if he was to come, which is why I don't think it'll happen.
That's the problem, innit? It's too good an option for us.
Why would we get a footballing person in to make footballing decisions?
Yeah.
Why don't you go down to local NatWest or Barclays or anywhere?
See the manager.
See the manager and say, did you ever play football or had anything to do with football?
No. Not even under 8s? No.
Well, I've got a fucking job for you, son. Come down.
Would you like to run Manchester United?
Would I? Come on then, son. You're in.
Imagine that. Imagine Paul Scholes rocking up at the bank. I'd like to run the bank. Have you got any experience in a bank? Nope, got a fucking ping on me though.
Yeah. Right, sound.
You start Monday.
Yeah, start. You're the new manager. Well done.
CEO.
Yeah, here's the keys to your company car. Christopher Matthews says, with reports that Ronaldo wants two up front, who would the second be? Would you rotate Rashford and Cavani? Well, good luck rotating Cavani.
I think we've settled on going to a midfield 3. I think he came in, he tried the 4-2-2 because it's what he wanted to do. We wasn't getting anywhere near enough control, and he's adapted it to 4-3-3. I would be shocked to see him go back to 4-2-2 now, unless there's a piece of the jigsaw that wasn't previously there. He's able to come in. I don't know what that would be.
No, I agree with you. It's working, innit? I know we've not had the big tests yet, because even like Athletic aren't your Liverpools and your Cities and teams like that. I think that's, we'll see how he does it, or whether he mixes it up when we get the big uns. But I quite like it.
Gareth shot in there, says, has Bridge still got an Amber Lounge? Amber Lounge was sick,
Oh, do you know what? I forgot. Someone asked me a question I wanted to ask you. I think it's Andy C. And I think he said he's going to walk. He said he was going to walk from Urmston to Flixton to watch Paddock this weekend.
Go on.
I think he said it. He asked the question like,
From what I can gather,
if I do that, will I get a free pie or something? I can't remember what.
Scarf. I've said the first 10 people to come and say, "Oh, you dickhead, give me a scarf." The first 10, so you got to get there early.
Yeah.
Because there's quite a few bad looks of it that are having it. And you better fucking twirl them for 90 minutes. That's the proviso that you're getting. We want you all behind one goal, going fucking mental. So 1 o'clock before the United game tomorrow. 1 o'clock, we're having it. It's first versus second. There's a point in it. 3 games to go. It's fucking chaos in it. And I have got.
Go on. Who's in the dugout with you, Steve? Who have you got as your assistant manager for this game?
This honestly is one of those would I lie to you, isn't it?
Yeah, go on. It is.
Well, my usual assistant manager, Pete Burns, couldn't make it, so I've got Bolton legend Fabrice Mwamba.
Fabrice Mwamba. That is absolutely crackers. He's going to be in the dugout with you then. So if you go down to Flixton Football Club, is it Valley Road still?
Valley Road, yes. Yeah. Free entry. You can watch us and then watch United. It's perfect. It's a tailor-made Saturday of at least watching one team win.
Yep. If you do that.
And I don't know if it's us. Big fucking game.
Get
It'll
down
be close. It'll be close.
You'll get a free scarf off Steve. Don't forget. What have they got to say? Remind me.
Give me a scarf, you dickhead.
Right, yeah.
So, if you're one of the first 10 to say that.
So, even if you don't get a scarf, at least you get to call him a dickhead.
Yeah, call me a dickhead.
Do you know what I mean? It's not all doom and gloom, is it?
Yeah. Is there a more random manager and assistant duo that you can think of?
Stephen Howson and Fabrice Mwamba. It sounds like, right, you see Alan Partridge when he's doing his
it's almost Gerard Houllier and Roy Evans-ish.
It is. But it's like, for me, it feels like Partridge when he's going, potholing with, or youth hostling with Chris Eubank. A football team managed by Stephen Howson and Fabrice Mwamba. No, that's a shame. He was interested. Get involved in the... Tim Form says, is Weast a dive? No, it's not. I have nothing but affection and love for Weast. It's down the road from where I live.
Weast where the Willows used to be?
No, that's Swinton, isn't it, I think?
No.
It's not. It's the Willows was in Swinton, wasn't it?
No.
Well, I know you played
never
there.
that far out.
Right.
I want to say it's Weast, hence why I asked.
Willows rugby ground. I think...
It's not there no more, is it? But isn't one of them called like Willows Avenue or something?
The Willows. Oh, yeah, you're right. I stand corrected, yeah. It was in Weast. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. There it is.
Literally, I mean, you don't get much more northern city than
that is proper. That
in between terrace houses.
I can't believe I always thought that was in Swinton though. So yeah, we used to got see it did have everything. It had the rugby club there as well, but it still got everything.
And the most Phoenix nights of anything in terms of how it was inside, like the Willows Cabaret Bar, that was Phoenix nights. But do you like Peter Kay's northern accent's like a little bit soft and a little bit like giggly?
Yeah.
The Salford accent's not, is it?
No.
There's a bit of violence in it.
You see, my kids have got the twang. Like my mates' kids grew up. Most of my mates have got kids grow up in Urmston, so they've got the It's a little bit of a softer Mancunian accent. Mine's a little bit stronger now because I grew up in Pines, and my kids have got the twang because they grew up in Earlham and Eccles. Do you know what I mean?
Mine softened living in Yorkshire and Winchester for a bit, and there's a video of me at an FC United game in 2005. I look like I've auditioned for Shameless.
Really?
I'm a fucking party. Like, that's when it's full Mancunian when it's just all in your nose.
Yeah. No, I think yours is a bit.
Is it Jason Manford says like real Mancunian sounds like a car reversing?
That's right. Yeah.
What's that? That's a whole sentence, you dickhead. Someone says something to you and you go, oh, I know exactly what that means.
My lady friend's proper Phoenix nights in it tonight. She's going to see a clairvoyant at Earlham Social Club. And
my God.
And you get free potato hash with it.
Oh, where's Baggers when you fucking need him? Is it in the Pennine Suite?
It is, man. There's natural
cross
causes.
my palm with gold.
Yeah.
It's a pound, love.
I went with her once, right? I went to see this guy. I won't tell his name because he's still got to make a living, but it was waiting for him. And he and he said he left us alone on our table because we were all sitting it. But he used to say things like, he'd say things like, I'm getting a name, I'm getting Dave, Trevor, Stephen, Jay. He'd go for a name, and someone would go, oh, I've got a name. He'd go, oh yeah, I've got something for you. I'm thinking about a hospital. I remember this guy went, I was born in an hospital.
It's just such an open-ended question.
That is it, yeah. And he went, there was another one where he went, I'm getting the name Damon. He went, I know a Damon. Damon, yeah, he's talking to me. He's not dead, though. Yeah. He's just on the phone, is he? Come on. It was proper like...
Darren Brown did like a debunking of it, didn't he?
It was obviously
easy it is to sort of...
And you know what it is, right?
Throw a question out.
I feel a bit sad because some of these people, they're trying to reach someone they've lost and they want to believe.
Well, here's the thing.
Do you know what I mean?
Who the fuck is going to buy a ticket for like a seance kind of thing?
Yeah.
Unless you like...
Yeah. So I'm not knocking people because it's like, you obviously got someone you want to chat to or whatever. And it's that. But it was comedy gold, like some of it. Do you know what I mean? He was literally going through the phone book.
I was born in hospital.
I'm born in hospital.
I can see a woman. Who don't know a woman?
Or the favourite one. If you go
she's wearing black.
Yeah. Any social club, right, in Britain, and you say this to anyone in there, money. It's been on your mind. Yes.
In a working class social club in Manchester or Salford.
No shit, Sherlock. Right money's on my mind. We haven't got any. But yeah, that was one thing. Yeah, I've got another one for you here. Atirek Badge Pal, forgive me if I butchered that one. I am absolutely hyped for the Paddock game, but sadly I live 9,000 kilometres away and I will continue support in whatever way I can. Up the Paddock. Love that. 9,000 kilometres away. Is that near Swansea, that sort of area? Somewhere like that. Depends which way you're going, doesn't it? East to west.
Yeah, which way the wind's blowing.
Yeah, 9,000. So it's either Swansea or maybe sort of...
Where are you?
Maybe towards...
It's a 6,000 mile, isn't it? That's
Coventry.
That's a mooch, like.
That is a mooch. But he's watching Paddock and he cares. Which is nice to know, isn't it?
It's amazing that the fan base that we've got for essentially a level 13 Saturday club is bonkers.
We're going to
do we sold
Go on.
more shirts than anyone that's not League One up, which is bonkers. That's all you like that.
Well, it is. And can I hasten to add as well, he sold them shirts on Paddock FC, so make sure you check out Paddock FC for his shirts and stop coming on my news questioning me about Paddock FC or asking me where you can buy a Paddock FC shirt because it's now to do with me. What I was going to say, though, is we want to do a bit of tour, don't we? Like, I know the football club wants to do a tour, but the fan channel, we want to do some stuff next season. Now that the COVID is becoming less of a thing.
Or pretending it isn't.
Yeah, when we can. We want to maybe go and do a watch-along somewhere because it'd be good to get out and about, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's we've been sort of locked down or in the studio or whatever for a few years, and we always get comments from people in Ireland, people in Scandinavia, people in Africa, people in India, and, we'll go anywhere with us. We're not fussing, are we?
Mate,
you know what I mean?
I see the whole world as a fucking challenge to take them all off me.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like, if you all have us, we'll come there.
I was trying to get Ukraine ticked off today with the missus.
See, normally people say that and I laugh, but with you, I can imagine you, like, dusting off your passport and going...
Just hear me out.
Hear me out, right? Listen. I'll go Ukraine.
Someone in the Ukrainian government, now this is true, this is a true thing that happens.
Explain
Someone in the Ukrainian government has put a bit of a call to arms out and said, anyone with any combat experience that fancies coming and helping us fight, you're more than welcome.
Right, go on, sorry. We'll get to that.
And I'm going to be honest, it ruined my dinner because I couldn't concentrate.
Right. Can I just say this out loud? You're not going to Ukraine, come on.
I know I'm not.
Do you though? Do you know that though? Like, if I was your missus, I'm hiding your passport. I'm 100% am because I don't trust you. I don't trust you to just go. I'll just go for the day.
As an example, right? As an example of like, because people go, like either think I'm joking and I'm not, or that's like there's only me thinking like that. I was tagged in a post by someone that I was in Afghanistan with, which is how I seen it.
Right.
I reckon I could throw up an Instagram story and have 25 of us there by tomorrow morning.
That's what I mean. And, you know, whilst I admire anyone's noble endeavour to support a just cause, I don't think you going to Ukraine.
I've got to win the league first. I've got to win the league.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, win the league.
Win the league.
Do some content for us. In fact, you know, you got to take a camera moving out something. But do some content for us here. And then if you must go to Ukraine.
On a serious note,
go on.
Some real fucking stirring images coming out of Ukraine. Real fucking
horrible.
Stirring images even. Mainly seeing Vitaly Klitschko. Could have just tossed it off and just fucking...
I love this.
Just watch Netflix like fucking in a mansion in LA.
And I wouldn't, you know what?
Nope.
I wouldn't have blamed someone I don't blame anyone who, you know, doesn't want to
go to war. Yeah,
right, okay, I get it. I'm not one of those guys, you got to go to war. Well, you haven't. But he has done, and he's the mayor of Kiev or something, or he's
apparently so. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. But yeah, apparently
and
so.
he's took up arms literally.
Yeah,
and he's not, you know, he's fighting the Russian invasion, and fair play to him. You know, he's obviously a passionate, patriotic person, and you know, he's willing to put his money where his mouth is.
I was reading a post. I was trying to explain it to Janine. What had happened is that Russia's getting his ass kicked a little bit at the minute.
Right.
From what I can gather, Russia's been told, or the troops have been told, you're going on an exercise.
Right.
Like they haven't got phones and they don't have fucking internet.
I know, it's not like this is, you know, some sort of third world country.
No, it's two first world European countries fucking going at it. So the troops were told they're going on an exercise. Some of them thought they were in Belarus still. And as they've been getting shot at, I've gone, fuck this.
Yeah.
And they've been surrendering in fucking big numbers and getting clocked. And I saw a report from someone to do with NATO had said that Russian morale is so low at the moment that they think, and I don't know if it was kind of like, come on, as a bit of an invitation, but it was like, if any of the like NATO members, like, I don't know, UK or France decided to turn up and get stuck in, then it'd probably fucking...
Can we, I mean, I don't want to get, you know, ask you sort of massive questions, geopolitical questions, whatever. Is that feasible, do you think, though? Because, you know, if UK did come and fire shots on Russia, we're starting a war with Russia, aren't we? Even if we are under the umbrella of NATO, we're still going to war with Russia, which could, in theory, end in Armageddon.
That was a fucking Lance Corporal, Jay. You're asking questions way above my station.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Right. Let me ask you a different question then, going on back to what you just said. Obviously, you fought, and you're talking there about Russian soldiers, and this sounds like a silly question, but better just sort of hear me out and try and answer if you can. Do you have to fully believe in what you're doing? Can you go there and fight anyway
because this conversation with Janine
because like this is my job and this is my duty and I might not agree with it, but I've got to do it, or do you have to believe in it?
I said I think there's obviously some sort of brainwashing, whether it's your regiment, whether it's your unit, whether it's your section. There's levels of like your brainwashing and indoctrination. I think that happens.
Yeah.
And some people will call it an esprit de corps, some will call it like morale, but I think obviously the situations that we faced in Iraq and Afghanistan, many people will disagree with why we went there and this, that and the other, but once you're there, we generally weren't being on the front foot, and that's different. We were reactive to stuff, and we were there protecting either people or ourselves. For the most part, it's, you know, it wasn't flawless, and I don't obviously defend every single action that happened.
I'm not asking you to get involved now. I'm just saying, you know,
in those circumstances, you can mentally kind of pull together. Like, there's no hatred for your enemy in these situations, but there is the bond that you're trying to protect. And it sounds cliche as fuck because you'll have heard it 100 times, but it's not us. It's us.
No,
Do you know what I mean? It's like literally, you've got my back and I've got your back, and that will fucking get us through this.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't believe in why you're there, to the extent that some of the Russian soldiers don't, once the rounds start coming in, why would you stay?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I did, really, but you do.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because of the level of brainwashing or training that you get, where there's also a desire to prove yourself, I think.
Really?
And this is I don't know if Russia's conscript army or if it's national service. Those militaries seem to have really fucking mad sort of like washout numbers from when the shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
But volunteer armies, like the British force, is entirely voluntary. everyone that's in the British Army has rocked up, knocked on the door and said, I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's have a bit of that. And I think that the mentality of that person is different than a conscript straight out the gate.
Right.
And I think for those reasons, we take a pride in doing our job. We take a pride in what you're doing. And you don't feel forced. Like they say, a volunteer is always better than 10 pressed men. Yeah. I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Right.
And I think total different side of the story for those who in Ukraine.
Yeah.
You know, I saw something that, got to me a little bit. The bloke saying goodbye to his little girl.
Yeah.
I put it on my Instagram story because Ukraine has just drafted everyone aged 18 to 60. It was an 80-year-old bloke turned up with 2 T-shirts, some combats and some sandwiches. I was like, let me fucking at him.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
Yeah.
When you're protecting your homeland, you do anything, won't you?
Of course you will. And, we go on about the sort of Second World War and everything in this country. And, we're proud of our veterans from that war. Proud of a lot of our veterans, obviously. But that war in particular, because we were defending our country.
The other side of the coin,
do you know what I mean? That's why that war, I think, is so...
I obviously don't agree with Putin, but I understand the frustration of him. NATO essentially is one axis of power in the world, and Russia's on the other side of that axis. And he didn't want NATO at his border. He didn't want, basically American missiles at his border. And he's got every right to not be happy with that. Now, the way he goes about not being happy with that and invading another country, you can't agree with that.
Yeah.
But he's got every right to be aggrieved with having NATO right on his doorstep. Because the same way that Americans seen their ass with the Cuban Missile Crisis, with Russia putting missiles in Cuba that were in striking distance of Florida. It's hypocritical for America, which I'm sure they're not asked about. It's hypocritical from America to be like, well, you can't fucking do that. But hang on, you fucking kicked off with Cuba over.
I think, I understand what you're putting me. I watched the address by the Ukrainian president.
IQ Insight says NATO never attacked any country. No, I'm not saying it has.
No.
And this is a mega complicated thing that you're asking fucking YouTube footballer to fucking, or football YouTuber to fucking come up with.
I think, I watched the address by the Ukrainian president and it was so moving and heartbreaking, and he was sort of, doing a plea.
You've seen Putin's, where it was like, listen, you fuckers get involved and I'll fuck you up worse than you've ever seen.
I mean, it is very scary.
He's original gangster material, by the way.
He is. And like you say, I've seen images and videos of people saying goodbye, people protecting loved ones. The British government as well wants to get its finger out because there's British nationals over there, who won't leave there because their Ukrainian partners can't get visas to come over here. If we can't bring our own people back here because they've got Ukrainian spouses, then this country is even worse than I thought it is. So you can sort that one out for starters before you start going on the telly saying you're doing all you can to help people when you can't even help ourselves. Seems like an opportune moment, Mr. Howson. Talk about our sponsors.
You don't go to war with an airy gooch, Jay.
Thank you. And exciting news from our friends at Manscaped. They've launched their 4th generation performance package.
I don't know about saying launch. Relax on that.
Okay, good point, well made.
Released.
This ultimate package includes the Lawnmower 4.0. Yeah, you heard that right. 4.0. Manscaped, the leaders in male grooming. 4 million people worldwide who trust Manscaped's new performance package. You get 20% off, free shipping. Make sure you are clicking the link in the description.
Go to war on your bush.
Yeah, because he's a wordsmith. We've all had those accidents, haven't we? I know you've had a few. Shaving you. What do you call it? Your gooch?
The gooch.
Gooch.
The gooch.
Is that one of your... Where's that word come from? Because I've heard gooch before, but I don't...
It used to be a gang in my side.
I know. As Donington, were you gooch or Donington when you
neither, mate,
pretended to be involved in that? I remember thinking like I had a preference when I didn't know anyone from either. I knew one from Donington, that was it. But I wasn't, involved. I saw.
Were there just 2 avenues in Manchester?
It's mad that little area in Manchester, which is about the size of this table, went to war for about 20 years and got lost God knows how many young men over, like you're saying, which side of the street. And this wasn't like Ali G mucking about. It was a
bit shooty.
Yeah, this was why Gunchester got its name. Anyway, the 4th generation trimmer.
Anyway, let's talk about your pubic region.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Never mind that. Let's talk about your gooch, as Stephen says. You get the 4.0 lawnmower with the trimmer, anti-nick technology, so there's no accidents down there. You've got the torch, LED light and all that sort of stuff. 9,000 RPM for the weed whacker. You've got all that good stuff as well. You've got the crop preserver. You've got the ball deodorant. You've got the shed travel bag. You've got everything, so you can bring your comfort and boxers to another level. So you get 20% off, free shipping by clicking the link in the description. 20% off, free shipping by clicking the link in the description. Your balls have been through enough this past year. Yeah, especially yours. Been through all sorts. All them dugouts you've been sat on, chafing away.
Stand up for 9 minutes, don't sit down.
Oh dear. Stand up and shout.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, no, I don't shout that much. I don't shout that much, do I?
Yeah, he said that with a lot of conviction. So treat them with the best tools from the job from Manscaped. Thank you. Should we get some comments up?
Go
on. People just saying Fabrice Muamba. Laughing. Can't believe this is happening. I can. This doesn't surprise me. That is some PPI probably. Yeah. Sorry, Charlie Hatch says I'm off to work now, boys. Oh, got to work on a Friday evening. Nightmare.
Shit times.
That is awful, that, isn't it? Starting work now.
Do you know what? I think the world has changed since COVID in such a way that, like, the usual routine of, like, nip off for a pint or art lot, it's fucking dead.
This is about.
I feel sorry if you have a pub.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I think
unless it's a restaurant.
I think the smoking ban killed it for a lot of people.
Yeah, it probably did.
Because like, if you know,
it's a final nail.
Yeah, because it's like it's raining. You smoke. You want to go out and relax. Can I be arsed standing in a car park?
I like a good. I don't smoke, but I like a good smoke.
Oh, when I used to go out drinking years ago, when I was in the middle of it all, I used to smoke, and it's like feel like a kid again, stood outside smoking. You just want to sit and chill, don't you? Do you know what I mean? And you think I can just stay in my house, smoke and drink for cheap, or I can go out.
But by the same rule, I also don't miss going home smelling like an ashtray.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I don't miss as well? Going out about now I used to go out straight from work, and I'd probably get in Monday, Tuesday afternoon.
Jesus, I've only ever done that on like in Magaluf.
People ask you why don't you drink? Because I can't. That's why. I used to go out on Friday night or Friday afternoon and come back Monday morning. Monday club ringing in work sick on a Monday. Jake O'Donnell says I'm off for a pint at 7. Go on, Jake. I don't want to bring the tone down,
but you're gonna.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Does this all just end with Putin getting his way? I know you said that, like...
I actually don't know.
You think the Russians might, there's a few that are just saying how they're not having it, and Ukrainians
the thing is, like,
staunch, but...
I think there's about approximately 400 been killed, according to something I read before. Could be wrong. Could be propaganda as well, because every side is just chatting utter bollocks, aren't they, as well? Like, have you seen how much propaganda and lies is coming out? It's so transparent when you see it now as well.
Yeah.
Not like back in the day when you could have maybe got fooled by it. Now you just go, that's a lot of bollocks. But if the report that I saw was legit, because I couldn't find it again afterwards in the Instagram account that posted it, it was someone I know has gone. So I don't know what the fuck's happened there. But if that report is legit, they've got like, I think they might have 1 million troops. 400 fucking being killed in the grand. Yeah, it's horrendous. And, I'm sure the families missed them. But 400 out of 1 million. We're going to need more bullets. Yeah. Like, that's the fucking major. This is the thing when people go, if Britain fucking joins the mix, right? There's 78,000 fucking troops in Britain. You ain't sending all 78,000 for starters. You're never going to send more than 50% of what you've got. And even if you send 40,000 troops, out of that you're looking at maybe 4,000 or 5,000 maximum combat arms. Everybody else in the army is there to keep the pointy bit moving at the front.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. It's not, if you say there's 100,000 people in the army, that's not 100,000 people ready to fucking bayonet people in the face.
No.
You're talking about engineers, you're talking about logistics, you're talking about artillery, you're talking about so many other little bits of things that keep that chain moving.
Yeah.
The reason wars get won and lost is logistics. And people, it's not necessarily about what you can do at the pointy end, it's how long you can keep pushing at the pointy end.
Yeah.
That's what fucks you up the most.
It seems to sort of almost big to fathom. You know what I mean? What is going on at the minute? I just can't almost get my head around it because
I fucking saw a tank run over a car before.
That's what I mean. The guy survived as well. Did you see it? Getting cut out. Like his neighbours and everyone helped him out, and he was all right. I mean, in the strongest sense of the word, there he was able to walk.
More than a whiplash claim. Right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But he survived.
What happened? Got hit by a tank.
Yeah, of course you did. Tell me another one. And was your mate in the car with you? Was he? Was there 4 in the back? Yeah, you making a claim? No, actually, I did. Look, there's me on CNN. All right, okay. Yeah, so that times, but thinking of everyone who's involved. And
at what point do you are you on the horn? He's not stopping, is he? Oh, fuck.
I'm not moving. He's not stopping. He's not stopping.
What's he going to do, run over me?
Yes, he doesn't give a fuck. He's in a tank and you're in a, Renault Clio. Where's the guest, says Betty Swallows. We don't need a guest.
He's in Wrexham fixing his car.
Oh, I didn't think you were in the loop.
Mate, I'm always in the loop.
Aye. He's one of another Bagger's new comedy mates.
Yeah.
Aye. He loves his comedy, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's all he's got now.
Bagger's right. He messages me every day. He's like a little comedy groupie, isn't he?
Yeah. Groupies, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of comedy groupies, it wasn't Freddie. And I'm not even sure Freddie drives. I don't know why I think that, because he probably does, looking at all the places he goes gigging.
I'm pretty sure he does.
But it was a Freddie Quinn lookalike in a convertible red Porsche next to me at the lights before.
Right.
And I nearly wet myself laughing. With a hat on and everything.
Yeah.
It's about 3 degrees outside.
Like, Baggers just basically goes around touring the Northwest comedy clubs to try and get me and Steve.
Like a shit comedian.
Get guests. Yeah.
Without going on stage.
Like James Corden. Mr. Hoss says, mate, when are you visiting Muff in Ireland?
Oh, mate, we're getting right in a Muff.
Yeah. That's proper.
It's in the north of Ireland.
Is it?
In the south of Ireland.
Right, so it's Republic of Ireland.
But on the northern coast, I believe.
Andrew Stevens, sorry, I think I missed this. This was earlier. Hi, Jane Steve. Big fan of United and the channel. I'm going to Peterborough versus the Scum on Tuesday. Any message I can pass to the City fans? Tell them both to bore off.
You fucking done me. I was going to say, tell them both.
It's a tapping in it. Come on, you know us. But yeah.
Ask them if they got room in the car on the way home.
Have you seen this? This is what I wanted to ask you about. Have you seen this nonsense? What do you do if you can't fill your stadium? Make a virtual stadium to not fill. Seen this latest one they're doing?
Are they on Meta now, are they?
Yeah. So you can sit at home.
I feel really old, Jay.
Pretend you're in a stadium.
I feel so old.
I know.
I feel like when my granddad, when minidiscs came out, what's this then? I don't get it. What do you mean all my music's on here? I have to throw away my CD player.
Yeah.
I've only just got used to CDs.
Get it, don't matter. Do you know what I love as well? The way that vinyl came back. Like now, loads of people buy vinyl, don't they, in record players because it's like sounds better and it's So we've gone from like the CD cassette thing, cassette CD, mini
Cassettes did sound shit.
MP3,
in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and they could wreck quite easily, couldn't they? But they were great for mixtapes and all that when you're back in raving days.
I mean, MP3s are pretty good. Remember the Napster days?
Yeah, I do. They took that down, though, didn't they?
Yeah, and I think it was Winamp you had to use, which was like a media player that for you.
Right.
You could buy different skins for it and make it like look kind of cool and like a bit retro and that. It was sick. I remember them early days of the internet where you'd literally wait all day to download a fucking virus.
Yeah, you would.
What's this? Oh, it's an Oasis song. Song, not album. Song. How long is that going to take? 4 hours, no time.
I've asked you this before. What's your favourite Oasis B-side?
B-side, Master Plan. It's a fucking tapping of it.
I don't know.
It's one of their great. It's probably like in their top 3, and it was a B-side.
Yeah, Aqueous is up there, but I think you're right. I think Master Plan is probably because it's one of their best songs, and it's a B-side.
You know what my favourite low-key Oasis song is that I reckon most people go. I don't know if it was ever a single. Columbia.
Off the first album, that was a tune, yeah. Oh. That first album was just, when that dropped, that was like something I've never seen before. It was like, what is this? How is this possible? How are these so good? Muppets from Burnage?
How have they just dropped like 9 all-time bangers in one album? Yeah. And then they followed it up with What's the Story, Morning Glory, which doesn't get the flowers it deserves because it's not a debut, but it's fucking unbelievable.
And in between all that as well, right, back in the 90s especially, when you released a single, your B-side was a remix of the A-side. Very often. Yeah, or a live version, or a cover version.
Or something shit.
Yeah, something that you went, I wrote this morning on the bus, record it, stick it on the B-side. No one even listens to the B-side. Oasis went, here's our single.
What was Master Plan the B-side of?
Oh, now you're going to do me now. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what the other song on there was as well, because there were 3. And the third song's a fucking banger and all.
Right, I'm going to go Master Plan. Master Plan. I'm going to say, it's Some Might Say.
Let's have a look. I'm going to get them all correct. Because there's some absolute fucking...
Right. While he's looking for this, I'll tell you what happened, right? Because you might be thinking, what are these two absolute geriatrics bumbling on about? But this is important.
That was... some might say, right?
Go on, right. So when
some
Oasis
might say, I
released these singles...
tonight And Acquiesce.
Acquiesce is up there. That was the other one I liked. But that was me. That was the one that's close to the master plan, but not quite there in being the best ever B-side.
Oh, I was right. What I was going to say, I was right. So it had 3 B-sides.
Right.
I'll do them in reverse order of how amazing they were.
Yeah.
So it was Wonderwall.
Right.
With 3 B-sides.
Right.
The worst of the B-sides is Swamp Song.
Right, which is meant.
Round Our Way.
Round our way.
Mick Banger.
The birds are singing.
And the master plan.
Right. Why, when you're a record executive and Noel Gallagher comes up to you and goes, right, I've got one of the best songs ever. And you go, all right, yeah. Let's hear it. You go, no, you got one of the best songs ever. It's Wonderwall. Okay. So you go, I've got one of the best songs ever. You play it, you go, that's arguably the best song I've ever heard. Right. I've got something else as well. Oh, actually, that's one of the best songs I've ever heard.
No, that's the next single, you silly bastard.
Yeah. No, I'm going to put that on the B-side. No, you're not. Yeah, I am. Okay, then. Why? But you know Noel Gallagher says, and he's got a point. I know you love it, so you're going to disagree, because you love BA now, don't you? You think it's very underrated.
I think it's hugely underrated. I was listening to Fading Out on the way in, thinking I'm going to go and fight Rush on my own.
Yeah. To be fair, you probably think that listening to Silence, but
Silence by Delirium.
Yeah, nice.
It's one of my gym songs.
Hey, I love that. But he says if he'd have released the Master Plan B-side album, if that had been their 3rd album, they would have been even bigger than they were, because that had so many bangers. Like absolute
What
bangers.
drugs was he doing in 1995? He just woke up, had a piss, wrote a world-class song.
I know. Well, some of them he wrote.
And he's a bit of an unlikable knobhead.
Yeah.
But you can't deny the talent that he had at one period of time. For about 4 or 5 years, didn't miss.
That's what he said. He said, I think he thought, so when he's throwing all these around as B-sides, he thought...
Roll With It, right, had It's Better People, which is a fucking tune.
I prefer that, to Roll With It. I do.
Rocking chair.
That's just silly. You're just showing off now, aren't you?
You are showing off.
You're just going, oh, look what I can do.
I'm just literally going through Whatever is an amazing tune. Bury me at that, because I'm good. Do you know what's on the fucking B-sides of Whatever?
Once in Whatever an EP, wasn't it 5? Or was it 4?
It's 4.
4, because I remember there was a few.
When I read these out, you're going to go, you could put that out as an album.
Whatever was more like, it wasn't just about Whatever. I remember when they released it, it was like, the other songs got a lot of airplay.
Right, okay,
because it was like, you're right.
Well, I'm about to read them out.
Go on, read them out.
So you could have released an album with Whatever, and then these 3, and then Liam wanking into mayonnaise, right? And it would have been a big selling album.
Go on.
It's Good to Be Free.
Yep. Shane.
Half the World Away.
Right.
This almost every other band the world's ever seen has never written a song that good, and it's the 3rd song on a B-side.
Why are you putting that on a B-side? The 3rd song on a B-side, you stupid burnage bastard.
And Slide Away.
Slide Away is my favourite Oasis song, by the way. 100%.
Janine started crying tonight at Eaton Park.
Slide Away. I love Slide Away. It's my favourite Oasis song of all time.
Why are you getting emotional, you dickhead?
It's quality. It's absolutely quality. Breaking news, Russia's been kicked out of the 2022 Eurovision Song Contest by the European Broadcast Union.
That's it. Putin's shit it now, hasn't he?
Hey.
Right? Cigarettes and alcohol.
Yeah.
What for did that have? Cigarettes and alcohol.
Yeah.
I Am the Walrus, which I don't really give a fuck about, but whatever. Listen Up and Fade Away. Honestly, early 90s Oasis just come out like Mike Tyson. Just fucking 1 minute knockouts, just obliterating you. I'm trying to find a shit B-side and I can't find one.
Tansley09 says, Bobby Robson has 2 statues. That was my original question that.
I'm going to say Newcastle and Ipswich.
Yeah, that's what set me off on that trail of thought. Right. I'm going to wrap it up there.
Don't look back in anger. I'd step out underneath the sky and come on, feel the noise. I'm just trying to find a shit one. We keep it going until I find a shit one.
You know what, though? Come on, feel the noise. I think, was that a live
First shit one. Champagne Supernova. It only had Slide Away on there, which we've already had as a B-side. So he phoned that one in.
Phoned it in.
Fucking absolutely.
He said, though, no, Gallagher, he said for a period of time, because he just kept writing all these bangers, he thought that would last forever, and it didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, you just think, so what? Put it on a B-side, don't matter. I'll write another one tomorrow. It's like printing money in it. Don't worry about it.
Stand By Me, that was a tune. And that had My Sister Lover, Going Nowhere, and I Got a Few. I mean, they're still class.
He wrote all them at the same time as well, you know. He wrote the first 3 albums, I think, at the similar time. Like, he wrote like Stand By Me and been around the world and all that. At the same time, he wrote like Columbia and Dixie's Diner and all that. Dixie's Dinner, sorry.
How?
I know, it's just
How?
In a building site as well.
How?
On his guitar, when he broke his leg, wrote a lot of them in the building site, just chilling, dishing out souls to people.
Mate.
It is mad.
Unfathomable.
And now I can't stand him.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Someone asked me on a live the other day, like Stone Roses or Oasis, and you're like, oh, the want to be cool person inside me wants to say Stone Roses, and their first album is the only one.
They are my favourite. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And like Waterfall's my favourite ever song.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But,
well, not that song, but my favourite songs are the Stone Roses songs.
Like, there's probably 25. It's not like if I had to go, my favourite songs of all time, it's Waterfall, and then probably 25 Oasis songs.
Yeah.
Before Sally Cinnamon or something.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird, isn't it? Because if you said I'm with you, because my sort of say top 20 songs, Oasis will probably have more than Stone Roses, but my favourites are Stone Roses, so that's why they're my preferred band. And I'm not. It's not the city thing. I couldn't care less about.
No, Boneheads are Red.
Yeah, it's not. That's not. And he's the best one in there.
Yeah.
But it's that the Stone Roses just got those ones that are just slightly at the top of the tree.
Just a bit. I don't know what. Is it because there's a hipster element to them because they never got the worldwide Nebworth mainstream sort of recognition that Oasis did. If Oasis never sold and they were just like some random Mancunian band, would we like them more?
Yeah, maybe. That's good. Because part of the thing is like Don't Look Back in Anger and Wonderwall have been killed for me.
They've been out. I don't really listen to Wonderwall.
I can't. No, Wonderwall. And there was a time when that came out, I remember being at house parties when I was about 14, 15. All of us screaming the house down to that, loving that song.
I'm singing it on the bus on the way to school.
That's what I mean. And now it's like I'm a bit meh about it because it's just been hammered. Don't Look Back in Anger. I know it's got a lot of connotations with everything it's been used for. It's been hammered, and I feel like with the Stone Roses, there's not been that level of overplaying some of them. Apart just from everywhere.
This is the one at Old Trafford.
Yeah, this is the one. But like for me,
he used to sit behind me, Ian Brown,
with his tinfoil hat on.
4 seats behind me.
Did he?
For years when I was in bottom of K stand. For years.
Telling you not to use your phone because
I spoke to him like two or three times. Didn't really speak to him a lot because he got mithered.
Did he?
Yeah, you couldn't have put Beckham in there and seen someone get mithered like more. It was. I felt so sorry for him at times.
It's like that when Paul Scholes came in the CRA once, and the whole thing in the CRA is you don't have your phone out, and he got mithered. And like a few of the lads I know, like Rick and everyone was like messaging everyone saying that's not what we do here. Like when people asking for selfies with him, he's coming here for a reason. He's probably thought he wasn't going to get mithered, and I think his lad goes in there anyway. And yeah, it was one of them. And you just think like, I get it. It's like, it's Scholes, it's Ian Brown, but I'm not about.
I got a picture of Jaden and Ian Brown. It's so fucking cool.
That's
yeah,
cool,
Jaden's like 18-month-old or something.
That's
like I remember when we won the league in 2007. I forget now we won something. When we won the league in 2007, was you there at the game? The West Ham game?
Old Trafford? Yeah.
We had a bit of a party in the concourse. We stole a lot of Budweiser from the shops.
Disgusting.
And just...
I hope the authorities are listening.
Twisted.
Yeah.
Statute of limitations has gone now.
Oh,
it's not long ago since we were winning stuff.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. And we just stole loads of Bud. We had a proper knees up. And the other thing is as well, being on that side of K stand at the bottom,
yeah,
you can't see what's going on in the Stretford end.
No.
You can't see the ball. Like the camera in the Old Trafford pitch is that much that you can't see the ball. Yeah. So we used to often go to the match to watch 45 minutes of the match when it was in our half.
Yeah.
And then watch it on the telly in the stadium.
I love that. I know people go, what's the point going? No.
We weren't on our own. There was thousands of us doing it. So we've been basically in the concourse doing the fucking conga and all sorts. And then we've gone out. And Ian Brown's off his fucking nut.
I refuse to believe that for a minute, Stephen. You're making things up now.
And I remember they played... It might have been Waterfall. It wasn't This Is The One. They always play This Is The One.
Yeah.
And I always had a sneaky little glance at him, see, like, is he buzzing, like, listening to his own tune, his own voice, watching United come out, like, because that must be so surreal.
Yeah.
He was always a bit deadpan, and that's why I knew he was off his fucking rocker after we won the league, because he was just fucking standing on his chair, which he didn't do, because he never like drew attention to himself. He always like a hood up or just like keeping it low key. And he's fucking, I've turned around and he's going, Manchester, fucking off his tits. I'm just like...
Where's he from, Ian Brown? Is he Wivenshaw?
Sale, I think.
Is he Sale?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Daniel Kirk says, could he have been with Mitchell to talk about a deal for Tuchemania in the summer? Love you guys. I doubt it.
It could have been, like I said
this is Ralf Rangnick meeting Paul Mitchell, sorry.
Paul Mitchell being at the game last night, right? He used to work with Ralph.
Yep.
Let's say, like,
Bezzies.
Here's all the different reasons, right? We're hiring him.
Yeah.
We're hiring Poch.
Yeah.
We're hiring fucking someone from Monaco. We're buying someone from Monaco. What if he's interested in a United under-18 player as someone to buy? All of those are possibilities, but everyone jumps on the sexier ones for us, don't they?
Yeah.
What if he's just been at home this weekend or this week because he's from here and he's obviously in contact with Ralf and he's gone, hey, do you want to have a brew? And then Ralph's gone, why don't you just fucking go? I'm going watching the match now. I'm watching the 18s. Why don't you come with us? And he's gone, fuck it, all right. What if he was just going for a pint with Ralf after the game? We don't know what their relationship was like. They might have just hung out when they were in Germany together. So it could be something as innocent as two ex-work colleagues that used to work together happen to be in the same country at the same time and have gone for a beer after a game. It could be something as innocent as that.
Yeah, that's it. You just don't know, do you? Paul Madison says, what are your top 5 Manchester-based groups or bands?
Roses, Oasis.
The Smiths is up there for me.
Can we claim, I don't think we can, but can we claim the Verve?
Is it Wigan?
It's Wiganish, isn't it?
It's great at Manchester. I'll give it you on a technicality. I mean, saying that, you can claim Joy Division because I think
Salford, isn't it?
So I think Peter Hook, yeah. Some of them are from Macclesfield, I think. I think so. I think.
Well, that's new. I mean, New Order Joy Division's essentially
the same
as whatever in it. But I mean, I do like a bit of Joy Division.
I do. I like Joy Division. So what have you got? You've got the Verve, Joy Division, Stone Roses, Oasis, and the Smiths. Yeah. I mean, I don't really give a fuck about the Smiths. How Soon Is Now is a good tune. That's one of my favourites. That.
What a riff! But outside of that, I don't.
I get it. It's not like, and also there's this whole thing. I know that's not why you're bothered about, but separating art from the person, because Morris is a prize one muppet nowadays, isn't he? He's an absolute pillock.
I don't follow him.
No, he's awful. He's just turned into an awful person, and I can't believe I'm saying that about Morrissey because I used to think he was a genius, but now I think he's lost the plot massively.
Aren't they Stretford as well as Smiths?
Yeah. I think he's Hume actually. Yeah, but same thing. I might even be Dave Hume.
Isn't one of their fucking albums like shot on the steps of
the album covers at Salford Lads Club? Then
you've got, obviously that's
sorry.
No, but I think there's one at that green bridge in Stretford over the tram.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's all sorts of stuff there. Loads of like iconic images.
Where
is that not the one at? Oh, I know what you mean. Near the canal.
Is it the canal?
Yeah, I think it's the canal. I think it's down near not Lostock. It's up there the other way. Down near Moss Road, up that way, near where. Well, it's all a housing estate now, but it used to be the Candle Club because I used to walk past it to go to Old Trafford because I used to live on Bowness Street back in the day. Abdullah Ibrahim, this is one for you, says, if you had a choice of entrance song for Paddock FC, would it be a Stone Roses or Oasis song?
It would be Morning Glory by Oasis.
I've got to say he's Oasis. He's a massive Oasis fan.
That fucking opening fucking in a stadium as well. Mate, if that don't get your dick hard, go on.
One day that will happen. Probably sooner than you think. Steve, do a quick plug for Paddock FC.
1 o'clock tomorrow at Valley Road in Flixton. It's free parking. It's free entry. Call me a dickhead and get a scarf. It's first versus second. There's a point in it. We have to win because the team that's currently in third has a game in hand on all of us and can catch us, and they've both got ridiculous goal difference. It's 3 games to go for the end of the season. It's going to be a fucking crescendo of an end to the season. And tomorrow's game, we've never beat these. We played them twice, played them in the league last year, played them once in the league this year. We've drawn and we've lost and we've never beat them. And it's going to be and they hate us. There's a lot of City fans in their team. So it's going to be an absolute fucking cracker. As it stands, touch wood, no injuries tonight at training. Got a fucking hell of a team out. And we're having them.
Good lad. I'm glad to hear that. Producer Cam, is this your final shift?
No, he's in tomorrow.
Oh, he's in tomorrow. Oh, yeah, isn't he? Yeah, tomorrow, of course. I'll see you tomorrow anyway. Yeah, so make sure you're checking out Paddock FC and all the good stuff. Make sure you go and call him a dickhead and get yourself a free scarf. You know what I mean? I do it every day. He's never given me a scarf. Make sure as well you are subscribing to the channel. We want to get to 700,000 subscribers by the end of the season. And with your help, I think we can do it as well. So give the video a share, give it a like, all that other good stuff. I've done a members video as well. Extra content on the members section. If you're thinking of joining, have a look at that. If not, make sure you're subscribing. We'll be back tomorrow with the watch along. It'll be Joe, Smith, and some of his mates. So go and check that out. That's been Steve. I've been Jay. This has been The Brew. Thanks for watching.